and today we're doing the sign of water because I was drawn to it today. I would like to be in the water, but I'm not well. I think I've been burning the candle at both ends, and that just jumped out. So I have been walking in the heat yesterday, and I think I might have got it either sunstroke or I don't know, I picked up some sort of stomach flu, so I've had to stay at home and not do a lot. This thing about spirit, they don't want you to go somewhere, you push through, your body's going to give away and let you down when you've overdone it. So I'm doing a readings today for water, sun, moon, and rising, and we're using my old trusted faithful, the Fairy Tarot by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. They're a beautiful set of cards. I've got them back in 2015, before the floods happened, before I moved from Newcastle to Brisbane and then from Newcastle to Brisbane. And I had a vision, and one of my dear friends who I haven't spoken to in a while said to me, she was at this crossroads, and she said, well, if you go left, which is to Brisbane, or right, which is to Newcastle, you're going to get floods either way. So you better just get used to it. Just be, there's no way you can escape this flood. And that's what I was told by her. So she was right, actually, because I went from one flood, which was the one, the big flood in 2015, was it 2011? Yeah, sorry, 2011. I'm correct, 2011. It was up there. That's that massive flood we had. It wiped out most of Brisbane. I didn't think I had a job, but I did. I was lucky. And then I moved back to Newcastle in 2015. We had that massive flood as well. Seems to be wherever I go, I bring floods. I bring water. I have a lot of water in my chart. That might have something to do with it. I was going to pull it out, but kind of didn't really that wanted to fall out. Okay, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune, Awakening, which is the Hangman, and then you've got Renewal, which is Judgment. Maybe you guys at the moment, the water signs, feel like you're being judged heavily by society or by maybe close family members or people you thought were family have treated you like an outsider, and you feel like you're so weird that you can't find your tribe, like you can't find like-minded people except for on this channel, on this community where there's other like-minded people that are spiritual like you. Maybe you do something that your family doesn't agree with, and they just call you weird, but in fact you're just being you. Just being your unique self. Aquarians are very unique themselves. Water signs can be a little bit off the grid. I know there's a lot of Pisces that are out there. They're very fluid, and Scorpios are very spiritual. So I've got that in my chart. And in Cancer, to top it off, there's 3 placements in water. The star here is just a recent past, and maybe you've decided to go on a health kick. You've become a star in your own right. People are looking to you for readings, advice. You may have a little following. It might not be huge because you're starting out. You're still figuring out how to do all of the online stuff. It's talking about looking to the future with love and optimism and believing in yourself. The power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from a very challenging time. You may have been someone that was on stage singing, or you might be an actor or actress, but it's saying here that you need to shine your light on the people that are in their dark. As I read something on Facebook saying, in the darkness, the stars are still shining, which I think is really nice way to look at things. And you've got the sun. Oh, that's a good card, one of the happiest cards in the deck. It could be talking about a sun. You may have a sun who's a water sign. Who may have Leo heavily in your chart as well. The sun is talking about plans working out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards, and gratitude for the blessings of life. You may just be grateful you're in a better spot now. You may be looking at studying something in the future. You've got the unicorn, which always represents to me wisdom. You may be deciding to make choices from the head rather than the heart, because the heart, it's too much. You don't want to deal with it. It's too hard to delve into the heart space at this time. You may just want to be happy, be single. You might not want to be tied down at this moment in time. You know, you're just looking at life upside down. So you're obviously trying to get a different perspective on someone in your recent past who could have been an Aquarian, because the star card card is typically Aquarian. You may have been trying to figure out if there was going to be happiness with them because you can embrace both weakness. You both may be doing social media. You both may be psychic mediums, and you're wondering how if this is going to work out. It's telling you it will work out. It will make you happy, which can result in the birth of a son for some of you if you are able to have children, or you may have a son already. You may be coming out of one relationship, trying to enter into a new one, and maybe you've got legal ramifications to tie up, which is why the wisdom of the unicorn, the purity of the heart, is you're asking whether this person is pure of heart, and it's saying yes. There you go. Your future person may be an Aquarian with, well, past person was an Aquarian. They may have the water in their chart because your future card is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is a very, very overworked, overgiving, overloving, emotional counterpart to you. So you could be the male and she's the female. Twin flame energy. Look, twin flames here. We have purple for spiritual and red for passion. You may both have spiritual gifts and be very passionate about those spiritual gifts. Predominantly, Aquarian rules the head, so they tend to make decisions with their head before their heart. They tend to overthink everything. Guilty as charged. My son, who is a Libran, overthinks everything as well. And they say, and I read this quote again on Facebook, overthinking is overloving. So maybe the overthinking is talking them out of doing something, out of not wanting to put all their eggs in one basket, or they're scared that it won't work out. I've got this magic talisman that was given to me. My grandmother recently passed away. She got this from Scotland. It's beautiful. It's got a little amethyst on it, so I've kept it there because we were talking about the air, past energy. Now, the Queen of Cups is probably in the nursing industry. She might be a community nurse. But again, I'm looking at the sunflowers. Notice the sunflowers in the cups, and there's sunflowers in the sun. So she's busy trying to get around to everybody or nurture everyone, and gets very exhausted. She's probably suffering from burnout as we speak. Listen to your heart, intuitive insights that you can trust, taking care of others perhaps too much, and that's what happens with the Queen of Cups. They are overgivers, overachievers and overgivers. You may be trying to create something. This is the 3 of Autumn, something creative. You might be back into drawing. You might like to play music. You may be working on a piece of artwork at the moment, a series of artworks, possibly 3. And that's fine because I've just started getting back into my drawing again. I'm doing a watercolour on a storybook that my son used to like as a child called Humphrey's Garden. And it's by, let me read it, it's by Humphrey's Garden by Sally Hunter. She's a really good illustrator. So that's what I'm working on. 3 of Autumn. I was meant to see my grandfather today, but I'm not well enough to go up there. I don't want him to get sick. I was going to do that drawing. One was for him and one was for my mum, but I couldn't get there today. Follow your passion. Be the best at what you can do. Being compensated for your creative talents. Some of you may need to get back into something that you love to do, something that you can express yourself in. And just doodling, I know if you haven't drawn in a while, and I haven't drawn for a couple of years now, you get too much in your head, you overthink it, and you become overly critical of yourself on your ability because you haven't picked up a pencil in such a long time. It's saying not to be too overcritical. Just go with it. Just express yourself. What's around you is the dreamer. So this is like young energy. You may have a younger person around you that is a water sign, and they're fun. They like to have fun. They want to go out there and begin their journey. They may be just starting out doing this sort of spiritual work. It's saying that you're at the bottom and you can only see the castle. It looks like such a big climb, but it's just telling you that you're at the beginning. You're not meant to be at the top of the hill yet. Tower. This could be an argument you recently had with this person. You may have had a small argument or a big argument, I don't know, in regards to something that went down. And Aquarius is again featured Richard. So it's definitely with an Aquarius. And Nick may have stopped. You may have stopped talking. Maybe silence. Radio silence. That all fell out. You may have thought they were juggling someone else. They've got multiple people interested, and you thought that they were juggling multiple people. But perhaps they weren't. They were just busy juggling work, full-time work, and trying to do the channel, but not getting to the channel because they're too busy working. Burnout, yeah, definitely. It's saying this is a true love. It's a long-lasting choices from the heart and a return to good health. They may have been so busy working that they've gotten sick and haven't been able to do the channel. You haven't seen them, so you thought they were busy with somebody else, and saying no, that's not the case. They actually have just been very busy. They may have Gemini strongly placed in their natal chart. The lovers, you may have Gemini strongly placed in your natal chart, and Gemini tend to have two of everything, two sets of keys, two boys, two guys. They may have had a choice between, you may think they're choosing one person over you, or vice versa. You may think, or they may think the same of each other. Maybe a little bit of insecurity, and maybe you're at a distance. Now it's funny because that law of attraction, that's from Scotland, and this talks about someone in the military that is, someone could be in the military and they work overseas at the moment, at a distance from you, and they may have ties to Glastonbury, and maybe from Britain. I think Glastonbury is Britain. It's, yeah, the Glastonbury church. It's supposed to be the Chalice Well, very, very famous Chalice Well. All the kings and queens walk over to get to be coronated. Maybe this may be for a prince or a princess or a king even. But there's someone who's got naval or air force or military background is what I'm strongly picking up. You may have been unwell recently, but you're returning to good health, starting to take care of yourself better. You may have been suffering from burnout from trying to do everything at once. When you take on a new job, it comes up with lots of little different nuances, and you don't realise how much you're taking on, because if you're an emotional type, excuse me, my cold, whatever it is. When you're an emotional type, you tend to overthink it, overanalyze it, and then work yourself up into a state, and you get emotional. Water signs are the most emotional signs. It usually attacks their nervous system or their immune system. I've been taking some Inner Health, echinacea, very good thing. 10,000 milligrams of Inner Health I've been taking, and that seems to be working for me. Now, these cards are called Worth Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell, artwork by Danielle Knoll. I got these given to me. Thank you. From a girl at work, well, at a place I used to go to for group therapy, women's group, and self-empowerment group. And she was kind enough to give me that for a reading I did for her. And yeah, it worked out well. That was nice of her, I thought. Of course, it was a good cause. Cool, got your sister back. Now, these cards are different. I've only just figured them out. I've had them for a while, but not really read into them. How to drive it type of thing. So you've got this deck. I've cut it up into, confirmation cards, inquiry cards. That's the first one I'm shuffling. The inquiry is about this person. The second card I've got is the activation. What you have to do to activate the change. And then the last one I've got is confirmation cards, a yes or no card. So for that, I'm going to do the first one, which is inquiry cards. And then beautiful pictures. They're like a collage. That's what's to come out. Okay. It's saying, how are you being called to step up and lead? Yes, it says you are the High Priestess. Some of you may be extremely psychic or have had past lives. That tends to run in families, is what Alison Dubois said when I was watching her interview. She said it runs in families. It may have been passed down from someone who's recently passed, or you've always had the gift and not sort of tapped into it till you got much older. normally it comes when you're around in your early 20s, you start to get signs of it. Mine happened when I was 13, and then I got stronger when I got into my 20s and predicted the birth of my youngest son, who was on top of a building of rubble. 8 months pregnant, I was with him, and I saw this tiny little 2-year-old, still Cupid, on top of this giant rubble. Under the rubble was this angel's wing, and under the angel's wing was Christopher, so I knew it was a boy. And then September 11th hit. That same night, Uncle Robert came to visit me and said, "Where's your mum?" I said, "She's in the other room." He's already passed on. He was young again. And he said, "I've got something very important to tell her." I said, "Okay." And I couldn't go back to sleep, so I switched the news on, and then I woke my mum up and said, "I had this really weird dream." And then we saw the two twin towers collide as I'd woken up from that deep sleep. Priestess. So priestess is number 46. Wow, okay. How are you being called to step up and lead? The priestess is a teacher dedicated to serve freedom and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realise that we're actually all in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward to. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is your tribe, which is what I was saying earlier. I don't feel like I fit in anywhere. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. I feel like I'm, this strange object in a room that everyone's pointing fingers at, going, "Oh, that's the crazy lady." Or in fact, I just see things on before they happen. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. This is my struggle. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it is because at some point in your life, you longed for someone to lead you. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing as you were and are, and might only be one step behind you. Hell, they may even be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up. Embrace your struggles, the peaks, the troughs. You don't need to know the way, just believe that there might be a different one for you. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. Yeah, please like and share this page. That would be great, because I know that there's other people who've got issues that I've got, that they go walking through from the time of 11 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon, and I'm seeing future visions the whole time because I get hot and I get overheated. That's when I go off. I have daydreams, and I have them every day about people that I might be worried about or missing or grieving. So I was grieving my grandmother's passing, and I saw her the day before my birthday. She came to me. She wanted to wish me a happy birthday because she didn't get to give me the card she had. I didn't know because I wanted to get to her, but I was so busy working. And I had COVID symptoms all the time I was working where I was working, so I didn't want to go up there and chance it. And then I missed out on saying goodbye. So life happens when you're busy making plans. That's what my son says. I say to my son, life happens when you're busy trying to control it and make plans. You can't control it. It's like trying to control the wind. I can't control what I do. I can't switch it off. I would really like to know how to. I might actually go visit the spiritual church on Sunday and see if I can get. I should be well by then. Or maybe not this week, maybe next weekend or Wednesday even, and just see what I can get. I know they do spiritual work there and they do workshops on how to control. My candle has overflowed. So it doesn't go on the carpet. So that was the inquiry. You have to go and lead people, even though you don't feel like you are ready or that you are able to control it. You're just going to have to learn to work with it on a daily basis. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, here we go. Finally. Transformation. You may have to make a huge transformation. You can see that card is very beautiful. Things are changing at a cellular level. There is deep healing coming in for you. So that's interesting. Deep healing. Transformation, 106. I haven't played with these cards very often, so I'm not very familiar with them. Okay. You are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Things are changing. You are not who you were a year ago, and you will not be who you are in between. Emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within yourselves. It's time to release the old ways of being that have kept you in fight, flight, freeze mode. Yeah, that's my problem. Anxiety. Choosing a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed as you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment. They loosen their grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways to self-soothe, which is the means of drawing, the walking, the meditational walks. Swimming has always been really therapeutic. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Oshun influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation and all that has been cast aside, and Oshun represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest of levels. While you're in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regime, or getting energetic healing support. Yeah, like a Reiki support. Maybe someone needs to give some Reiki to me to get rid of all the crap. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support. As issues from your childhood may come up to be healed, you are being deeply loved. Hold the card on your heart and say, I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. So working from the inside out is what I get from that. Working from the inside, Inner Health Plus or something like probiotic or echinacea to boost up the immune system. That's what you have to do. It's the action card, the activating card. That will activate the cellular changes on us. That's cellular because it's taken internally. It's asking whether this is a yes or no to this relationship. It's saying no, not at this time. It's saying wait. It's saying wait, postpone, pause, say no at this time. Because you have to heal. You're healing a childhood trauma, a childhood wound, and maybe this person's activating it because they've got similar childhood traumas and wounds as you. So you're both triggering each other. That's all I have for you today for water. Please don't forget to like, click and share, and leave me a comment down the bottom. I'd like to know if this resonates with anyone.